Hello, welcome to Intermediate Ashtanga. I'm Melanie at Yoga Within. So if there's any issues in your tissues, most important thing is to check with your doctor, make sure you're good to go. It's a strong practice. I encourage you to listen to your own body, and if you need to stop, take a break. Take a break, just keep going with the Ujjayi breath. Although props aren't normally used in Ashtanga, I encourage you to use them if you need to deepen your practice. Let your ego go and use props if you need them. So with all that said, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and come up to the front of your mat. Standing in Samasthiti, seal the hands at heart center, your drishti, your point of gaze down the tip of the nose. Just take a moment and pause, find the Ujjayi breath. Reminding yourself that the breath is the most important part of the practice. If you need to stop at any time, keep the breath. Ready? Here we go. Surya Namaskara A. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step back, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Just ease your way into the practice, maybe a walking dog, set your foundation, whatever's on the ground. If there's pain in the back of the hamstring, step the feet farther apart, let the knees bend. It's meant to be a healing practice, remember. Inhale, gaze and feet to hands. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, arms and gaze. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, part way. Exhale, step back. Don't hang those heads. Lower through. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. You may find if your shoulders are causing you any grief, you might need to move the hands farther apart, turn the wrists out a bit. Let your head hang freely. Your drishti, your gaze is towards the navel or towards the wall behind you. Really explore some movement in the body. Try to get out of the habit of doing the same thing over and over again, because when you do, you get the same results. Inhale, gaze and feet to hands. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, arms and gaze. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift the hips, lengthen. Exhale, step back, lower through, elbows in close, head's not hanging. Inhale, upward dog, all 10 toes root. Exhale, downward dog. Hopefully by now you're getting a sense of how your body's feeling this morning. Remember, if at any point you need to pause, go to child's pose and keep the rhythm of your breath. We're not forcing the breath, we're just letting the breath flow to tell us our story. The mind rides the waves of the breath, giving the mind a place of focus. Inhale, gaze and feet to hands. Exhale, fold the body. Inhale, come all the way up, softening the shoulders. Exhale, Samasthiti. Surya Namaskara B. Knees bend, arms and gaze up. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step back. Put your knees down if you need. Lower through. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot pivots, right foot comes forward, coming up, lifting the arms, squaring the hips. Exhale, coming back down. Don't drop those heads. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot pivots, left comes forward. Long breath in, coming up, weight even on the feet. Long breath out, coming down. Don't hang those heads. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Follow the rhythm of your breath. Remember, the practice becomes like a meditation. Trying to let go of attachments that we have to what it should look like, and rather work from the inside out. What does it feel like? The practice is meant to be healing. Think Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Inhale, gaze and feet to hands. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees. Inhale, arms and gaze. Exhale, Samasthiti. Knees bend, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step back. Don't drop those heads. Lower through chaturanga. Upward dog. Squeeze the shoulder blades lightly. Exhale, downward dog. Left pivots, right comes forward. Lift the arches of both feet. Look up if you're not feeling dizzy. Exhale, come back down. Watch those heads dropping. I see ya. Inhale, come up. Exhale, roll back, right pivots. Breathing in, square up those hips. You're not twisting. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Follow the breath. Know how you're feeling. What are the postures here to teach you today? Remember, each time you come to your mat, the practice is different. Inhale, gaze and feet to hands. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees. Inhale, come up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Last time. Knees bend, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left pivots, right forward. Breathing in, front hip back, back thigh forward, and clench your teeth and toes. Exhale, come down. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, roll back. Right pivots, left comes forward. Breathing in. Weights even on the feet. Exhale, coming back down. Put the knees down if it's better for you. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Long, full breaths. Remember, if you pause in child pose, don't drop the head below the heart if you're feeling dizzy. Stack the fists. Follow the rhythm of your breath. Inhale, gaze and feet to hands. Exhale, fold the body. Bend the knees. Inhale, arms and gaze. Exhale, Samasthiti. Padangusthasana, step the feet hip width apart. Hands to hips, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Grab the big toes. Pointer finger and middle finger. Inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, bend the elbows, fold the body. A retraction, a bending of the knees, and a straightening can give you more depth. If you're feeling pain in the back or the hamstrings, move the feet wider apart. Soften the knees. Let your heads hang. Keep breathing. Bend those elbows to open the upper back. Inhale, straighten the arms, lengthen the spine. Padahastasana. Exhale, slide hands under your feet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. And again, a bending of the knees and a straightening can take you deeper. Adjust your feet wider apart if you need to. Keep in mind that pain is not something to hold through. Make the adjustments. Inhale, straighten the arms, lift the hips. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, come up. Exhale, reset, Samasthiti. Utthita Trikonasana, inhale, step wide to the right. Right out, left in, extend over the leg. Right arm down, left arm up. Remember your options. If your shoulders hurt, put the hand on the hip. If your neck hurts, why are you looking up? Unlock that right leg. Lift the arches of the feet. Neck is in line with the spine. Build that neck strength. Inhale, bring yourself up. Exhale, turn your feet. The beauty of Ashtanga is we do one side, we do the other side, and we make discoveries that, oh, maybe I'm not the same from side to side. And that's okay. It's noticing. This practice is teaching us to notice. Lift the arches of the feet. Connect top and bottom half right here at the core. Really know why you're doing what you're doing. Don't do it because I'm telling you to. Inhale, come up. Parivrtta is rotate. So exhale, right foot forward, left in. Go halfway. Left to the outside of the right. Maybe your hands on the floor outside or inside of the foot. Think about your hips, the center of the structure. Square them up. That right hand can point to the ceiling, the wall at your side, or the hand can be in the sacrum, low back. Follow the rhythm of your breath. Inhale, come up. Turn your feet. Your feet are the foundation to all the standing poses. And do the same thing, other side. Left hip back, right thigh forward, right to the ground or on a block. Left on the sacrum, up in the air or out to the side. Squeeze your inner thighs like there's a block between them. Unclench your toes and your teeth. Inhale, come up. Exhale, Samastiti. Uttita Parasvaskanasana, wider to the right, bend the right knee. Elbow to the thigh, left arm up and over. Any option that you like. If you're pausing for a coffee break, resting on this leg, lift that arm up. The arm can go on the inside of the leg or the outside. What's better for you? Don't hang those heads. I'm watching you. Bring those heads up. Keep breathing. Lift the arches of both feet. Inhale, come up. Exhale, same thing, other side. Groin drops, pelvic floor lifts. There's a straight line of energy from the back leg all the way up through the fingers. The neck is long. The torso rotates slightly around the spine. The back of that left thigh might be parallel to the floor. The weight is even on both feet. Inhale, come up, Parivrita. Exhale, rotate. So right foot is forward, right knee bends. Drop down, draw the right hip back. Bring that left elbow to the outside of the right knee. The hands either meet in prayer or the left arm goes down, right arm over. If you're swinging that right hip up though, I would suggest adjust your foundation. If you're looking up and it hurts, why look up? Look down or to the side. Take one more breath in. As you breathe out, twist a little more. And inhale, come up. Exhale, other side. So left knee bends, hips center, torso rotates around spine, right elbow to the outside of the left, hands meet in prayer, unclench your toes and your teeth. Why is your head in the position it's in? Know why. Use your breathing. Keep your breath. Don't let your bottom stick up in the air. One more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, come up. Exhale, reset, Samastiti. Prasarita Padottanasana A. Step wide to the right, hands to the hips, look up. Exhale, fold, hands to the floor. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, walk your hands back, bend your elbows to right angles. Retract, so bend your knees and then begin to lightly straighten the legs. The outside edges of your feet are parallel. Squeeze your elbows. Neck, let it go. Good. Straighten the arms, lift the gaze. Inhale. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release the arms. Arms lift, shoulder height. Exhale, hands to hips. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold, head to floor. So if you need to reset your foundation, your feet, do it. A bending of the knees can help show you where your feet need to be. If your head's on the floor, maybe you need to start moving your feet closer together. Don't grip the floor with your toes. Let that foundation be strong. Open your shoulders. Inhale, come all the way up. The head's the last thing to come up. Exhale, lower the arms. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the gaze, squeeze those shoulder blades. Exhale, fold forward, head to floor, arms to floor overhead. You know your options, and if you don't, listen, bend the knees. Bring the arms farther over or use a strap. Squeeze the shoulder blades. It's called chest expander to open the body. Inhale, keep those arms lifted, come all the way up. Exhale, release hands to hips. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward, grab the big toes with pointer finger and middle finger. Inhale, lift the hips, straighten the arms. Exhale, bend the elbows out to the side. Fold the body forward. Breathing. Those elbows, they don't dip forward or back. They're straight out. The legs are unlocked. The weight is big toe mound, little toe mound, center of the heel on each foot. Straighten the arms, lift the gaze. Breathe in. Breathe out, hands to hips. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, back to the front of the mat, Samastiti. Hands go behind the back, palm to palm, or hold the elbows or touch knuckle to knuckle. Take the right foot, step it out, turn the left foot slightly in. Point your hips straight ahead. It's a forward fold, not a twist. Fold the body forward. You might want to bend that right knee slightly so you can send the hips up and back as you would in downward dog. Squeeze your inner upper thighs as though I gave a block to hold between them. Let your head go. Use your breathing. Slide your fingertips up to where the hair and the neckline meet. Unclench your teeth. This is your prep for balance. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, turn your feet. Same thing, other side. Set your foundation, your feet. Fold forward. If you need to reposition your feet for more strength, do it. Remember, this practice is about both strength and flexibility. We tend to get more flexible and forget about our strength. Those of you who are tight are actually luckier because you have more mindfulness to working on strength. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, back to the front of the mat, Samastiti. Follow the rhythm of your breath. Moving into balance, weight goes to the left leg, lift the right. Grab the toes if you can, hold what you can hold, fold the body forward, square the hips, draw the shoulders out of the ears. You're given the gift of 5 breaths to make the adjustments you need. Use your breathing. An inhalation brings you up. As you exhale, take the leg out to the side. If it's a day that you can turn your head and look the opposite way, turn your head. Are you strengthening the body, or are you all out of whack, just creating more space for injuries? Practice truthfulness. Use your breathing. An inhalation brings that leg back to the center, and as you exhale, forward fold over the leg. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, place your hands on the hips, extend that leg and point your toes. Let your mind get out of the way. So if you think you need to stop, you don't. Just bend the knee, lift the thigh a bit higher and extend the leg out. Point your toes forward, smile, I'm watching. Good, and then flex that foot, release it. Take a breath, walk it out. Weight goes to the right, lift the left. Grab what you can grab. So maybe you hold the back of the thigh, maybe hold the calf. Use a wall if you need it. Get out of your head. You know you can do this in some form. Maybe you have your heel resting on a chair. Think out of the box. Try different things to create that depth within you. Inhale, bring yourself back up. Are your hips even? Move the hip in the socket. Take the leg out. Breathe. Open the upper back. Open the chest. How are you using your feet? Unlock your legs. Look the opposite way if you like. Keep breathing. Keep smiling. Bring it back to the center. Fold forward as you exhale. Inhale, bring yourself up. Extend that leg. Point the toes. Follow the breath. Bend the knee if you need. Lift the hip. Move the hip in the socket. Keep the hips even. Use your breathing. Use your toes, all 10 of them. Flex and release. Walk it out. Weight goes to the left foot. Right foot comes to half lotus. Reach behind your back. Grab your foot if you can. Fold forward. As you go forward, squeeze the knees together. You can always pause halfway. Have the ankle on the thigh if that's better for you. Some of you will fold all the way forward. Do what's right for you. Not for me, not for whoever else is around you. Just keep your breath. Be present in this moment. As you inhale, come part way up and exhale. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release. Walk it out. Switch sides. Weight to the right. Left foot comes up. Half lotus is all about the hips. Keep breathing. Perhaps the heel and the knee. Perhaps the heel comes into that area below the navel. Fold forward or put the ankle on the knee and find contentment there. Honestly, try to be happy for whatever it is you're doing and just be grateful to yourself for doing something. Keep your breath. Keep your breath. Let your neck go. I see you thrusting those chins. Drop your head. Good. Inhale, come part way up. Pause. Exhale. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, back to Samastiti. Reset. Good. Inhale, lift arms and gaze. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step back, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, bring your feet between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, come all the way up. Utkatasana, drop the shoulders. If your knees are bothering you, or your ankles or your hips or your back, move your knees and feet farther apart. Send those hips back. Turn the pinky fingers slightly up and get those serratus muscles working. Your eyeballs roll up, your neck has its natural curve. Come on, sit back a little farther, pick your 10 toes up. Make your body work to its full potential. Breathe in, breathe out, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step back, lower through. Know why or how you're doing chaturanga is right for you. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Virabhadrasana A, left foot pivots, right foot comes forward. You've done this before. Now you're given the gift of 5 breaths to find your strength. Unclench your teeth, unclench your toes. Reposition your feet if you need to. They are your foundation. We're not doing a back bend, so be strong. Maybe you seal your hands, but don't do it because I said to. Do it because it gives you the greatest strength. Good. Straighten that front leg, turn your feet. Same thing, other side. So set the foundation, square the hips, engage the arms, broaden the shoulders. You're creating shoulder stability to prepare you for all the actions that are coming next in the practice. Roll the eyes up, the natural curve of the neck. Try to drop your ribs, find your breath. One more breath in. As you exhale, open the arms parallel to the floor. Reset your feet. Hips point relatively straight ahead. Your gaze is to the hand over the bent knee. The spine is straight, so if you're lunging, widen your stance. Unclench your toes and your teeth and unlock that back leg. Groin drops, pelvic floor lifts. Be strong, both mentally and physically. Straighten that leg, turn the feet. Same thing, other side. If you feel it in your back, perhaps you've lost that connection and you're sticking your bottom out. Connect at the core. Use your breath. Remember, try not to lunge. Straighten the spine. It's a very wide stance. The back foot could be at 90 or turned in slightly. What's best for your ankle, your hip? Back arm comes all the way forward and down, moving through chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Coming to the seated portion. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, sit down, Dandasana. Adjust through the glutes. Your foundation is changed. Lift the spine, drop the chin. Follow the rhythm of your breath. This is preparing you for what's coming at the end of the practice. Neck is long, eyes are open, your foundation's changed, so don't forget to use your feet. One more breath in, one more breath out. Inhale, look up. Exhale, Paschimottanasana, grab your toes. Inhale, lift the hips, so walk the back of it. Exhale, elbows out. If you can't grab your toes, grab what you can. Shoulders are broad. Your eyeballs roll to big toes, but you have the natural curve of your neck. Give yourself a little bit of wiggle space. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, lengthen the spine. If you can change your grip, grab the outsides of the feet, bend the elbows, fold the body. Long, full breaths. Know why you're doing what you're doing, and if it's painful, question yourself. Don't blame the practice. Use your breathing. It's always easier to blame someone else, right? Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Vinyasa, if you're moving through the vinyasas, otherwise, spark through the bandhas. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, sit down. Parsvattanasana, lean back. Lift up. If the crowd pose is better for you, do that. Open the front body. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Natural curve of the spine, including the neck. Keep breathing. Good. Lower down, cross, spark, or move through your vinyasas. Again, don't do them because I say the word. Do them because you are building strength. Keep your breath. Good. Left leg straight. Right foot comes into half lotus. Reach around, grab, and fold forward. Remember your options. If you can't do half lotus, put the ankle on the thigh and lean forward here. If you can't grab your foot, use a strap if you like. Neck is long. In a perfect world, the weight's even on everything, so both sides of the body. Good. And the heel goes into that area just below the navel. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release. Left leg is straight, so spark. And switch sides. Right leg is straight, left is in half lotus. Grab the foot, fold the body. You're pressing forward through right big toe mount, drawing right hip back. The knees come closer together. The shoulders are even. So if you think of your mat as a mirror, your shoulders would be in a nice straight line if you were looking down into that mirror. Use your breath. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Vinyasa if you're doing the vinyasas. Otherwise, spark and move on to the next position. Coming down, your left leg is straight. Your right leg goes around. Roll the calf out. Try to have the toes wrapped around the foot and fold forward. If you need to bend the left knee, bend it. If you need a block or a blanket under that left glute to elevate the left glute and drop the right to keep them even, do that. If all the weight is over on your left hamstring and you start to develop hip, low back, hamstring problems, you might need to question why you continue doing what you're doing and change it. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Spark and change sides. Right straight, left goes around. Shift the props if you're using them. Use your breathing. Know why you grab your foot the way you grab it, or why you have the hands the way you have them. There's a relationship between your grip and what's happening in your shoulders. If there's no weight on the glutes, where is it? Use your breathing. Tweaks and twinges in your bodies are gifts. They're warnings. Pay attention to them before they move to injuries. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release. Vinyasa if you're doing. Elbows in, knees up or down. Open the body. Exhale. Inhale, sit down. Jana Shishasana A. Left leg is straight, right foot is in. You can have the foot sole against the thigh or roll the foot up. Left hip back, weights even on everything connected to the ground. It is a slight twist in the low part of the body. Use your breathing, use your point of gaze. Your breath tells you a story. If you're not paying attention to the story, your mind probably isn't present in what you're doing. And maybe you're at your to-do list or wherever you are. Bring yourself back to the moment. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Remember, these sparks are building that core strength. Switch sides. Weight is even on everything connected to the ground. Use all 10 of your toes and actually know how you're using them. Feel that right hip draw back, the right big toe mound draw forward, the neck being in line with the spine. Think Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Inhale, come up. It should just be as much work to come up as go down. Exhale, release. Do the vinyasa if you're doing the vinyasas. Spark and move on if you're not. It's an inhale, look forward. Exhale, sit down. Left leg is straight. You slide up on that right heel. The right knee's open about 85 degrees. You're drawing left hip back. Be mindful and don't lock that left knee. If you need a little blanket or something under it, by all means use it. If the elbows are on the ground, like mine are, try to have the weight even on both elbows. Really think, why am I doing what I'm doing, and how is it benefiting me and my body? Inhale, come up, long spine. Exhale, spark, and switch sides. Right leg straight, left heel in, knee Left knee is open about 85 degrees. So you draw that right hip back, press the right toe mountain forward, and you feel that slight twist. Use your body to its full potential. Again, build both strength and flexibility. You want to be able to do this until you're 140. Keep breathing. Watch those necks. I'm watching you. Good. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Spark your vinyasa. Don't hang those heads. Keep the body strong. Sitting down, left leg straight. Those right toes tuck under. You slide up so the heel's just below the navel when you fold forward. If that doesn't work for you, grab your toes, bend your left knee, and lean forward here. This is about getting your hips open, working your toes. So, if that's not what you're doing, reconsider why you're doing what you're doing. Think, what part of my body am I working in any given asana? And let go of an attachment to where it has to get to, because you'll get there and someone will say, oh, well, try this instead. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release, spark. And change sides. Left toes tuck under. Right leg is straight. Square up those hips. Fold the body forward. Right hip back. Right toe mound forward. Neck in line with the spine. Draw the shoulders back. Breathing. Is the weight even on everything connected to the ground? The gift of those breaths to create the change you need. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Vinyasa. If you're doing the vinyasas, watch those heads hanging. Know why you're doing what you're doing. As you come down, Marichyasana A, left leg straight, right knee bend. So all the four Marichyaasanas are about hips and shoulders. Getting them open. So bring that right arm to the inside, bring it around, grab. The wrapping hand is the grabber. So right grabs left. Right shoulder draws back. Reposition the foot if you need. Neck is long. Breathing. Maybe your head goes to your shin, but think, why are you putting it there? If you want to and you know it's a benefit, then great, you should do it. But if you're just hanging out there, question, why are you not working harder? Inhale, come up. Exhale, spark. So cross left in front of right. And then switch. Bring the left arm to the inside of the left leg. Wrap around. Your shoulders are even. Your hips are even. The weight is as even as you can get it on everything on the ground, and you're breathing. All 10 toes are active. You have them. You might as well use them. Your eyeballs are active. Your breath is present, and you're here in this moment. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Vinyasa, if you're doing, keeping the breath, open the front body, send those hips up and back. Marichyasana B, left foot is in half lotus, right goes to the floor. If you can't do half lotus, put the left leg down and the right foot in front. You're wrapping right arm around right leg, left hand behind, put your head on the floor. And if your head doesn't go to the floor, you can either let it hang or put a block on it if you need support. Use your breathing. Think Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, broaden the upper back. What is this posture teaching you? Inhale, come up. Exhale, spark. And switch sides. So it's right in half lotus, left to the floor. Maybe it's not happening on this side. Put the right foot behind the left. You're wrapping left arm around left leg. The weight is not even on the glutes if you're in half lotus. But anything that's on the floor, try to keep it even from side to side. Use your breath. If your head's dropping down, Jalandhara Bandha, that chin lock might be engaged. Eyes are open. Unclench your teeth and toes. Challenge yourself. Just don't hurt yourself. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Vinyasa or not. Keep your breath. Notice the weight on your hands as you move through the vinyasa. Is it even? Because that's how we start developing wrist problems. Marichyasana C, left leg is straight, right knee bends, you're twisting to the right. If you're able to get the arm around the shin, reach behind the back and grab it, great.
Some of you will prefer the option of arm under the leg. What works best for you today? If you're leaning back, why? Sit up straight. You want the weight even on both glutes. Breathe in the twist. They massage your spine. They squeeze out all those emotions you bottle up in that belly area. Don't drop those chins. Inhale, come back to the center, spark. Don't drop your heads. And switch sides. Left knee bends, opposite arm. So right to left, torso rotates around the spine. Grab what you can grab. Keep breathing. Know you're doing what you need to do today. Last time you practiced, it might have been a whole different story. Keep your breath. Use your eyes. There's lots of strength building in the eyeballs. Good. Come back to center. Move through your vinyasa if you like. Keep your breath. As you come into D, your left foot is in half lotus. Your right foot's on the floor. Your left arm goes around your right leg, and your right hand comes behind your back. If that doesn't work, you can put the left foot down, right foot in front, and you're still twisting right. Keep your breath. Know what part of your body is on the ground on each side, and try to keep the weight as even as you can. Come back to the center, spark, and switch sides. So right foot is in half lotus, left foot is on the floor. Right arm around the left leg, left arm behind. In a perfect world, you'd bind, but the world is as perfect as it is on any given day. Keep breathing. Whatever's on the ground, keep it even. Don't send all the weight to one side. Try not to drop your chin, but most of all, try to smile. Bring yourself back to the center. Move through the vinyasa if it benefits you. Breathing all the while, not holding your breath, and coming down into Navasana. So, Navasana is also called boat pose. Don't let your boat sink. Notice your foundation again. It has changed. Don't lean back. Wherever you have your arms, are you using them? Spread your toes, point your toes, your neck is long, your breath is present. Feel the strength in the body. Cross, pull in, lift up. Don't drop those heads. Come back up. I see some of you thrusting your chins. You should question why you're doing that. Keep breathing. I know some of you want to stop for your coffee break. It's not time yet. Keep your breath. Those legs rotate slightly in. Keep breathing. Good. One more time. Lift. Back up. Maybe today you need to do one variation here. Use your toes. Draw your shoulders apart. Lift your sternum up. There's freedom in the neck. It's not just hanging back. You're not thrusting the chins. Be the strongest you can be. And vinyasa or not. Keep breathing. Inhale, exhale. As you move to Bhujapadasana, jump your feet around your hands or, crawl there. Bend your knees. Drop the glutes parallel to the floor. Bend the elbows. And if this is your happy place today, be there. Some of you will be able to walk your feet in, cross your ankles, and lift your feet off the floor. And you know what? Good for you. Do what you can do. Keep breathing. And from there, you can lower down, you can kick back, you can move through chaturanga. Do what works. Keep your breath. Oops. And then come down into Karmasana. Bend the knees, bring the arms to the insides of the legs, stay there. Move the arms back, start to straighten the legs. Palms are facing the floor, neck is long. Breathe here. Good. Now, Supta Karmasana, bend the knees. Wrap the arms around the low back or mid back. Grab your hands if you can. Cross your ankles and breathe here. Think Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. The eyes are still open. Inhale, come up. Release, move through your vinyasa. Keep your breathing. Coming down, moving to Garbha Kundasana, the 5 times or 9 times, whatever your choice is. Do lotus, half lotus, or cross the legs. Go clockwise, keep your chin down so you're not doing, getting whiplash. Keep breathing. And when you get back to the front of the mat, roll up. Uplutihi or Kukuttanasana if you were in Padmasana, lotus. Good, lower down. Here you can move through the vinyasa or come to Baddha Konasana. We'll just do one variation today, so you choose, do you want to do the rounded variation or the flat back? What would benefit you? Readjust your glutes if you need to. Your thumbs are across the balls of your feet, rolling your feet open. Working your feet, your ankles, your hips. Keep your breath, think Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Your nose might be on the floor, that's great. And if it's not, that's great too. Come all the way up as you breathe in. Extend the legs out, readjust the glutes, sit up on the blocks if you need. Lean forward, grab your toes if you can, bend the elbows. If you're putting your body forward, don't let your butt be in the air. Bend the knees. Keep breathing a little bit. You don't want the legs locked. Keep your breath. Good. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, release. Spark. Do your vinyasa if you're doing them. And then same thing, only you're doing it with your legs to the floor over your head. So you're rolling back, changing the foundation now. The natural curve of your spine, so your sternum moves to your chin, space for 2 fingers between the floor and the neck. Good, if you can have your hips high, grab your feet. Otherwise, keep your hands in the low back or on the mat. Keep breathing. Either bring your legs together and roll to a seated position, or inhale, come up, exhale, fold. 2 breaths here. Then inhale, come all the way up and move through your vinyasa if you're doing it. Keep your breathing. From there, you end up on your back, moving into Supta Padangustasana. Left leg is straight, right leg goes up in the air. Grab the foot with your hand. Use a strap if you need. Torso comes up. So this is like standing balance. Think about your hips being as even as you can get them. Your shoulders being even, your breath being present. Both feet are active. Inhale, torso comes down. Exhale, take the leg out to the side. Don't let that left glute dangle up in the air. Keep it on the ground. Turn your head the opposite way if you like. Keep breathing. Visualize your shoulders being even, your hips being even. That connection, top and bottom half, right at the core. Leg comes back up as you breathe in. Exhale, torso up. Inhale, torso down. Exhale, leg down. Left leg comes up, grab it or use a strap. Torso comes up. So right palm is either on the right thigh, or if you need it on the floor, put it there. If you're swinging that hip up, drop it down. Find your strength. Use your breathing. Use your breath. Some people prefer pointing both feet, so, do what you need to do. Torso comes down, hip moves in the socket, leg goes left, gaze goes right. That right glute, take it down. Think about your hamstring. Is it anywhere connected to the floor? Use your breathing. Build your strength. Build your flexibility. Bring the leg and the gaze back. Breathe in. Torso comes up. Breathe out. Inhale, torso down. Exhale, leg down. Bring the knees into the chest. Roll up. Move through a vinyasa if you like. Exhale, bringing yourself all the way back down onto your mat. Your toes go to the floor overhead. You reach up, grab your feet, and you bring yourself up, where you simply put your feet down and reach up and grab them. Again, there's 2 of these. We'll only do one, so you choose. Would you rather grab the toes, the feet, be a little bit apart, or be all the way in? What's best for you? Keep your breathing. Keep the shoulders moving out of the ears. Keep connected at the core. Understand your foundation, so rise up out of it. Don't compress down into it. Keep breathing. Release, move through your vinyasa. If you're doing a vinyasa, coming back down onto your back, moving into the hip lift or the wheel. Keep in mind, it's your practice. Hopefully you know how you're feeling today. Nothing under your head. Lifting up. The heels below the knees, stacking the joints builds some strength, so you're not feeling it either in your knees or your hamstrings. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Back bends are about using the legs, using the glutes. Sternum moves to chin. If they touch, chin moves slightly away, hips lift. Use your glutes, just don't overuse them. Keep breathing. And bring yourself down. Pause, either rock the knees from side to side or bring the thighs into the chest to release. Come back down, repeat it again. Again, know why you're doing what you're doing. If full wheel is in your practice and that's what you do, leave the hip lifts out and do the wheels instead. Don't do what I'm doing. Do what feels right for you. Think about foundationally what's on the ground. Is it strong or do you feel pain anywhere? Don't hold through pain. Sometimes there's discomfort to create change, but discomfort and pain are not the same thing. Lower down. Bring the knees in, release. If you go into the full wheel this time, by all means do that. Again, do what's right for you, not for anybody else. Keep your breathing, keep the neck free, keep your foundation strong. When you come down, again, pause, keep the breath, roll up through a vinyasa or leave it out and move into Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Release those intense back bends that you did. Lift the hips, so sit up on something if you need, and fold the body forward. Use your breathing. Upper back opens, think Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Keep your breath. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Vinyasa. Coming down onto your back and moving up into the shoulder stand. Now, if it is a day where the shoulder stand isn't something you should do legs up the wall. Remember, neck, shoulder, eye, ear, if you're not in perfect health, why are you doing this? Good. Bring yourself up. Again, your hands can be in your low back. You can be in chest expander. What is best for you? Chin and chest, if they touch, move the chin slightly away. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Eyes are open. Breath is present. Now bringing the toes towards the floor, over the head into halasana. So if you need to bend the knees to get the toes down, that's what you do. You can straighten the legs, great. Again, be mindful of the foundation. Where do you have your hands and why are they there? Keep your breath. Now your knees bend down on either side of your ears, lifting those hips, keeping the breath present. Elbows might be in line with shoulders. Keep breathing. From here, you come back up to half shoulder stand and into lotus, Padmasana. You can keep your hands on the back. You can move your hands under your knees. Again, keep your neck safe. The natural curve of your spine. Don't flatten out that neck. Keep your breathing. Now your knees bend, or you bend from the hips, dropping the knees. Keep your hands where they are. Bring them around your legs. You know what's best for you. And if you don't, now is the time to figure that out. Keep breathing. Now slowly releasing yourself down into Matsyasana, which is fish pose. It is done in lotus, but if you're not able to do lotus, then do the hatha variation where you do straight legs. Remember, your head drops back, but you don't want all the weight of your body resting on your head. Keep your breathing. It is a back bend, so lightly squeeze the shoulder blade. Be aware of your foundation. Keep your breath. If you are able to move into the extension, extend the arms, extend the legs, keep breathing. Lower yourself down. Bring the knees into the chest. Rock it out. Move through a vinyasa if you like. Keep your breath. From here, you are moving into your headstand. Remember, a class like this isn't the time to learn the headstand, so if you don't know it, remember, downward dog is an inversion. Dolphin pose with the elbows below the shoulders. Dropping the head is an inversion. You can do a tripod. Do what feels right for you. Build strength. Keep your breath. You can always leave it out as well. As you come down, pause in child's pose. Don't rush to come out of it. Move through the vinyasa if you like. Keep your breathing. And bring yourself into the last 3 closing postures where you sit cross-legged, half lotus, or full lotus. If you are sitting full lotus, it's right foot then left. You might reach behind your back and grab your feet, or you might hold your elbows. Your chin drops down to your chest. You squeeze the air out of the lower abdominals, and you're actually rounding forward. Your head may or may not come to the floor. Your breath should be present. Use your feet. Reigniting that internal flame. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, and Jalandhara Bandha are all engaged. The eyes are open. Bring yourself back up to a seated position. Extend the arms forward, touch the thumb and index finger, extend the other 6 fingers. Drop your chin down to your chest, lift your chest to your chin. Your eyes are open, breath is strong, a natural curve to your spine. Breathing. Lift your gaze, place your hands on the floor, coming up to Utthitihi without blocking your arms. So when you are in lotus, and if you're not in lotus, that's okay, just cross your legs. Build that core strength that you were building when you were sparking your bandhas. Keep breath. Lower down if you need. Bring yourself back up. I know you can all hold for at least 5 breaths. You're allowed to smile. Don't drop those heads. Good. Lower down. You can lower yourself right down into Shavasana or move through a vinyasa. Exhale to downward dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, lie yourself down. Take a really big, long, deep breath in. A big, long, loud ha. Letting go, exhalation. Try that one more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Just let everything go. The Ujjayi breath is released. Think about the practice like a life cycle. It starts with an inhale and ends with an exhale. Remember the importance of Shavasana. It is so important just to let the practice settle into your body. All the pranayama, the breath work that you've done. Let your mind slow down. Feel the positive healing effects of the practice. Please stay in Shavasana just as long as you need to stay. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Take care of yourselves, drink lots of water. Namaste. Don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you next time.